Before he was the great Khan, he was an outcast. Born on the unforgiving steppes of 12th century Mongolia, the world showed him no mercy. Named Temujin, his life was shattered when his chieftain father was poisoned by rivals. His own clan, fearing the burden of a widow and her children, cast them out, abandoning them to starve in the desolate wilderness. But in the heart of this young boy, the gnawing hunger and biting cold forged not despair but an unyielding will to survive. He was hunted, captured, and enslaved, forced to wear a wooden cangue like a common animal. Yet even in chains, his spirit remained unbroken. He saw the world for what it was, a brutal cycle of tribal warfare where the strong devoured the weak. And in that crucible of suffering, he vowed that he would not be devoured. He would be the one to end the chaos by any means necessary. From the ashes of his childhood, a leader began to emerge. Escaping his captors, Temujin was a man with nothing but his name and a burning ambition. He began to gather followers not through birthright, but through sheer charisma and proven loyalty. Men who were tired of the endless conflict were drawn to his vision of a unified people. His strategic marriage to Berta, a union arranged by his father years before, solidified a crucial early alliance. But when a rival tribe, the Merkits, raided his camp and abducted his new wife, it was not a moment of defeat, but a catalyst. Temujin rallied his allies, including his blood brother Jamuka and the powerful chieftain Togrul, and launched a daring rescue. The victory was decisive, not only returning Berta but also cementing his reputation as a formidable commander. He continued to defeat rival after rival, his innovative tactics and disciplined warriors outmaneuvering every opponent. The old ways of tribal vendetta were slowly being replaced by his singular authority. This ascent reached its zenith in 1206 at a grand assembly known as a Kurultai. There, on the banks of the Onon River, the chieftains of all the steppe tribes proclaimed him Genghis Khan, the oceanic ruler, the supreme leader of all Mongols. With the tribes united under a single banner, the great Khan turned his gaze outward. The world would now feel the might of his unified people. His conquests began with the neighboring Tangut kingdom of Western Xia, forcing them into submission. Next, he launched a massive invasion of the powerful Jin dynasty in northern China, a campaign that would last for years and teach the Mongols the arts of siege warfare. But his most devastating campaign was unleashed upon the Khwarezmian Empire in Central Asia. After the Shah foolishly executed Mongol envoys, Genghis Khan unleashed a torrent of vengeance. His army, a disciplined and mobile force unlike any seen before, moved with terrifying speed and precision. They employed psychological warfare, feigned retreats, and brilliant flanking maneuvers. Cities that resisted, like the magnificent Samarkand and Bukhara, were razed to the ground, their populations put to the sword. The Mongol storm was not just a conquest. It was a remaking of the world map, a wave of destruction and creation that swept across continents with unstoppable force. Yet to see Genghis Khan as only a conqueror is to miss half of his legacy. The very empire forged in blood was secured by the rule of law. He established the Yasa, a secret code of conduct that unified his diverse empire, standardizing everything from property rights to a ban on kidnapping women. This law brought order to a realm stretching from the Pacific Ocean to the Caspian Sea. Under his protection, a century of unprecedented peace, the Pax Mongolica emerged. He revitalized the Silk Road, making it safer than ever for merchants, missionaries, and ideas to travel between East and West. He established a reliable postal system, the Yam, which connected his vast domain. Remarkably, in an age of religious strife, he practiced a policy of tolerance, exempting the clergy of all faiths from taxation. When he died in 1227, Genghis Khan left behind more than a battlefield legacy. He left a blueprint for a global empire, a bridge between worlds, and a name that would echo through eternity, forever changing the course of history.